Today we're gonna be adding 150 invertebrates, which are all inside these buckets, plus a very mystery sea creature at the end of this video, which is one of the coolest things we've ever bought. Starting with bucket number 1, which is right here, and we got some really cool stuff to show you guys today. I am so pumped for you guys to see that.
The coolest. It beats everything already inside of here, including our blue dot stingray that we got a couple of videos ago. That blows it away.
My jaw hit the floor when I saw it.
That is incredible.
Insane. But bucket number 1 here is also really freaking cool. We got an absolute ton, a total of 10 really big, really cool sea urchins.
These sea urchins here are super cool, and they're actually super helpful inside of your aquarium. Sometimes when you find them out in the wild, you will see just a bunch of sticks, shells, you name it, attached to them, because they just clean things up. They just go along the bottom, they keep the pond extra tidy, extra clean. I've actually stepped on one of these guys in the wild before, and let me tell you what, it freaking hurts. It's 10 times worse than a splinter. It's worse than a bee sting probably. It is just spikes straight into the heel.
Not gonna lie, some of my most favorite videos to watch on the internet are those places. Even Nat Geo, I think there was a special on it. Those places in the world, I don't know where they are, where there's just like overpopulation of these things, and those parrotfish or
they're chewing on them.
The sheep's head, like eat it. It's the coolest thing ever. I also see divers on TikTok, they catch them, they crack them open, and then all the fish eat them. Absolutely sick. But these guys are gonna look great in the pond. We already have a couple sea urchins in here. They have these weird, like sticky suction cup tentacles that stick out of their bodies. It's super weird. So they have those spines plus those tentacles. These specifically are pincushion urchins, and they are a great addition to any aquarium because they're a fantastic cleanup crew, and they have plenty of space to run around and forage all the algae they want, and definitely pick up all the scraps that are left on the bottom of the tank. That's why we got a total of 10 of these guys, big and small, and some of them honestly we got a good wide variety of color here. We got some that are like more green, some that are more white, and some that are even darker. Let's see how good they look in the pond. Jack just got pinched by one.
No, stabbed actually.
You guys, let's bleep out the curse words, but he just got pinched by one. Look at that tower of urchins, dude.
Oh, look at this one, dude.
That one's got purple tips.
It's got purple tips on them.
That one's got purple tips. Yeah, that's a good variety. Really cool stuff.
There's 2 more in the bucket there, but I physically cannot hold any more.
Chins.
Oh my God.
I'm just gonna put them on the sand and see where they swim off.
Whee! There they all go.
Look at them all down, baby.
That is awesome.
That is so cool. So there's some darker ones, some lighter ones. The fish are like, what the heck is that food? If we had a sheep's head in here, he'd go to town.
You think you'd smash it?
I don't know, but it's really cool having a night. Now we have a school. Not only do we have a school of fish, we have a school of urchins. Doesn't beat that. We're getting a nice variety of invertebrates here, and it starts off with these awesome looking sea urchins.
Look at Big Betsy in the back. Go film in the back. Look at that thing. You can really see its little weird tentacle looking things coming out, and he is booking it. He is on the move. Now for an urchin, that's probably going pretty dang fast.
Dude, he's on the pins right now.
He is hauling. He's like, oh my God.
By the end of this video, they are not even gonna be remotely close to the same spot we put them in. Trust me, you don't think they're fast? On the pins like NASCAR right now.
All right, I think we go ahead and get into our next bucket here, which is gonna be what, Jay?
Bucket number 2 is gonna be some bigger ones. We got 25 of these guys. These are actually red-legged hermit crabs. They're pretty big. We got 25 total of these dudes because hermit crabs, another great cleanup crew. Essential to the aquarium. They are gonna be great for cleaning up the algae. You guys can see some of the rocks on here because they had sunlight from our window that we actually just covered up. The sunlight was growing this just brown algae on the rocks. So you can see the sunlight that wasn't hitting the rocks are nice and clear, and then there's some with some algae. So these guys are really gonna help clean that up. We got 25 of them, and they're honestly on the bigger side.
They are on the bigger side, definitely. There's some big shells. All the shells are pretty different.
This one is really big. This is the biggest one that he's in there. He hasn't come out to show himself yet, but
he's got to be an Earl.
That's an Earl monster shell. So 25 of these dudes, and they got red legs.
That's gonna be really cool. Yeah, they have red legs, and they're just gonna cruise along the bottom. It's really cool because we have very fine sand in the bottom of the pond here, so you can actually see their tracks as they kind of go. So these are really cool, good addition, a much needed addition. They'll clean up all the leftover pellets that the fish don't get to. But our fish are pigs. They pretty much eat everything. But these guys are gonna be good, keep things extra tidy. So these guys, if you look closely, you can see their weird looking eyes. So these guys have compound eyes on these little like tree stalks that can give them 360-degree vision. So they can see absolutely everything. They're poking their eyes out and they're seeing, oh my God, is there a giant human holding me?
they can tell. And they can also regrow a missing eye during a molt if it gets chopped off.
Wow.
They can regrow that thing. So they're super easy to care for. They are scavengers that are gonna scavenge all along the bottom of this tank, so it's gonna be perfect. Let's go ahead and get them in.
All right, let's get these guys inside of the pond. Oh, there's the really big one. Look at the size of those claws. You see it, Brooke?
See a big boy?
Definitely on the bigger side, without a doubt. All right, guys, enjoy yourself in here. Now, we gotta make sure that we do get them some bigger shells because their shell actually does not grow at the same rate that their body does. Actually, I don't think the shell even grows at all. The little ones in here are gonna fight for the biggest shell in there. So we gotta make sure that, you know, we're putting bigger shells inside of here so they have room to grow in. I've actually seen some at the store will literally evict one another. Like if it's a little bit bigger or a little bit smaller, if he needs a bigger shell, he's gonna go get that thing from the other guy.
They're just trying to upgrade houses, bro.
That's all it is, constantly upgrading houses.
So even those guys, we're gonna see where they end up at the end of the video. Trust me, all these guys are gonna be scattered and they're gonna find their own house.
Amen.
Bucket number 3, let's get into it. This is very unique, something we've never gotten before.
Ever.
These dudes, we actually find them a bunch of times. When I used to go over to Naples, I used to always look for sand dollars. So
like
these guys
everywhere.
are really big sand dollars. I actually used to only find you know, white ones when they were dead, but these guys fully alive and they are super, super creepy. Really cool stuff.
They go right underneath the sand. A lot of times when you find them, they'll be on a sandbar, at least from what I can remember when we used to go to the West Coast. We would swim out as far as we can, look down, and you would kind of just see little circle discs of sand, which is what they're probably gonna look like inside here, because you guys can tell they're a circular shape. We were talking earlier, are they in the starfish family? We don't really know, because they are round and they do pretty much the same thing a dang starfish does.
They are actually not in the starfish family.
They aren't.
If you can believe it, they are sea urchins. They are in the sea urchin family. Yes, sir. And they're known as irregular sea urchins. They're flat and they're burrowing sea urchins. Really cool, but
they are really
look
cool.
Nothing like if you took the sea urchins we got in the beginning of the video, literally put them in a pancake press, flatten them out. That's the
give them no spikes. If we actually look
dollar.
really, really close, you can almost see what looks like little hair. They look, I think they're just hairy. They have very, very small pieces of hair. Really, really neat. And
Dude,
you can
they're
feel.
weird. So they use their hair to actually eat, okay? Those are their little tentacles. They bring that food right to the center of them right there. Isn't that weird?
So weird.
That is a really cool creature.
You can really see those hairs moving. All right, you guys, go adventure. Whoa!
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 Whoa, one found
That was
sand.
not very peaceful.
I did not expect them to be that
I have
violent.
to flip him. I have to flip him.
Yeah, flip him over. Get him on the sand. He's a sand $1. He doesn't want to be on the tank bottom.
He's flipped. $2 sand. I wonder if they're just gonna burrow right away, like straight down. That'll be interesting to see how long it takes for them to get underneath the sand. The hermit crabs have officially started taking off. Big Betsy in the back is really moving. Same with the urchins.
Yeah, he's cruising to that back rock.
They are
He wants to
hauling.
make it. Next up, we got bucket number 4. These guys are a classic. Every time we do a sea creature invertebrate stocking, we always get the go-to, which are these green emerald crabs, another great algae eater. The goal of today was to get the best cleanup crew possible and the coolest stuff possible. So stuff we haven't had before, like that sand dollar, but these guys are a staple. You can't have a tank without these dudes. And we got a total of 10 of these guys. One of them has a giant claw. He must be the leader of the group. That's Big Barb King right there.
Roar.
The one with the big claws.
That is a jumbo. You do not want to get pinched by that guy.
No, you definitely do. They usually do not pinch when you pick them up, but when they do, man, they do not let go. So they love being in the rocks. So that's where they're probably all gonna head over to when we put them in the pond. It's a great addition to any tank. The classic emerald crab.
All right, here we go. Some of these guys are hauling. We're gonna try to get them right on the rocks. There you go.
Oh my gosh, they're floating down.
They're floating. There
They're
you guys
all
go.
on the rocks.
They all landed.
They all landed. We got a couple fighting for caves right here, and they're all right next to Mr. Ray, right under me.
And
we have named Steve. So Steve the Ray, he's right under me right now, and he's probably excited about all these inverts coming in. He's like, holy shit, I got so many friends. So we got a couple emeralds fighting for caves. They're all gonna find some nice spots, but they got some work to do in here.
They got some work. These are algae eaters, so they have a lot of work to get done.
I don't know if you guys can even see them against the
blending
rock.
in,
They're
Sammy.
blending in really well. There's one sticking out right there. That's the king. He's already eating.
Is he really?
I
He's
swear to
pinching
God.
the rock and grabbing
He's
it?
pinching the rock and putting it in his mouth. What a beast. That's exactly what we needed. Perfect. And we got these two beefing over here in the corner.
Be nice, guys. You got plenty of room in here.
These two are legit beefing. They're like, get away from my cave. So, all right, we got our emerald crabs in. They're gonna do great work on the rocks. Everything else, the hermit crabs, when they make their way over there, they should do good as well. So let's go on to bucket number 5.
Right into bucket number 5, we've got 100 blue-legged hermit crabs. So kind of like the red-legged, but these ones are blue. And these guys are definitely on the smaller side, but luckily for them, I got good news is that those red legs are gonna outgrow those guys. Those shells there, and these guys are gonna move right into those red leg hermit crab shells. But these dudes are really cool. If you look actually really close, you can in fact see the blue legs on these little hermit crabs here. So these guys are gonna go all along the bottom, clean up the sand, clean up along the rocks.
So they're pretty much the same as the red-legged hermit crabs, but blue. They're most active at night, if you can believe it. They are nocturnal. So when we come out here, and I'm coming out in nighttime, I'm gonna turn the light on.
They're gonna go.
They're all gonna be running around like crazy.
They're already running around right in here, dude, like Holland.
They're fired up.
They are.
They're fired up to be ready to be put into this
Look at those blue legs.
All right, we're putting them on top of Mount Olympus here. They're going right on top of the highest point, if Jack can reach it.
There you guys go.
Nice, nice, nice. Okay, so we already put them on the rocks, so they don't have to go very far. Let them get comfy. They're gonna spread all over these rocks, and they should do some serious work when it comes to cleaning up the algae and the scraps. But right now, they're on the peak. This is the Mount Everest of the tank.
Look at our starfish here from our last stocking. Take a look at this guy. The red starfish. Look at that, dude. He's doing so well. Some insanely bright colors on that one right there.
We need some more of those guys.
We definitely need some more. We got our blue one as well. But I'm gonna put him right back where he was. There you go.
On to the grand finale. We didn't expect this guy to be this big, so we're gonna need to bring in the big guns. Not only big guns, but big tank, because this is gonna be the best way to view him is gonna be right here. And this is a 20-gallon tank, I believe, maybe 10.
10, that's 10.
This is a 10-gallon tank right here. He's gonna be so cool. I'm telling you right now, it's gonna knock your socks off. This is our mystery sea creature. And boy, I mean, I was expecting him to be about this big. This big. He's about this big. He is easily one of the coolest things. He might be the coolest thing.
That is the coolest thing in the
because
pond.
it's the first time I've ever seen one like this.
I mean, that is insane.
Do you think I can hold him or he's gonna be pissed off?
He's gonna tweak.
Is he gonna
He's
bite
gonna tweak.
me
I just
or
don't know
pinch
if
me?
he'll pop, like, will he shoot his claws or something?
I don't know, does he have claws? Should I try to touch him?
Try. He's gonna go berserk, I think.
Oh my God, he's already pissed off. I just wonder if he's gonna pinch me. Like, how does he?
No, he doesn't. Oh! Chris! Made me think we're gonna die.
I thought that was it. I'm done.
Okay.
So this dude right here that you're about to see is a Spanish lobster, and he's got some serious frisk. He is one of the coolest things. Look at that. That is absolutely amazing, that creature right there. Spanish lobster, and he is big.
He's
Look
so
at
big.
I mean, the coloring, the spots. I don't know if you can eat these guys. I don't know how big they get. Let's look them up and find out.
That right there, and look at the color, look at the white spots all over him. I mean, that is a literal work of art. That is incredible. I hope they get pretty big, which I do think they do. They've got no claws on them, so it's kind of like the Florida spiny lobster, but this is a Spanish lobster, so it's not like a Maine lobster that have the big claws like Earl. This guy's just got some big old freaking antennas and a lot of spines, I'm pretty sure, to keep him safe. So he's gonna love inhabiting underneath the rocks, just like how he would in the wild. He'll stay underneath the reef and just sit there and clean up the scraps. These guys is another part of the cleanup crew, but what a cool addition. He came in so much bigger than we thought he was. I'm in love with this thing.
So these guys can get up to 12 inches.
So he's about halfway there.
They live in nice, warm waters on rocks, and they can live from 2 feet to 130 feet deep. They're also nocturnal and very sluggish, and they bury themselves in the sand during the day and forage at night. So I'm sure a lot of these invertebrates, when we come out at night, they're gonna be moving around like crazy. And you can see those 2 big antennas on the top of his head there. That's what he was, when I put my hand in the water to try to pick him up, his antennas went right towards me. It was like he was sensing out what the heck I was. And they're super long, like I mentioned, to assess the environment, to sense what's going on, see if there's any dead fish around or fish that are struggling, he'll snap up and eat. So really one of the coolest things we've ever bought, by far.
Holy shit, he's so strong. Ow, look at this dude. That is
so
freaking
cool.
Crazy.
That is so freaking cool, dude.
Those bottom claws are so, like his feet are so sharp.
That is so sick.
That is so, look at the tail.
It's one of the coolest things I've ever had. I mean, you break that off, you put it in some butter, and whoo, you're living large.
It's go time. We're gonna get Mr. Lobster inside of this pond right here, but we need an awesome name for him down below. We got Steve the Stingray, Stanley, our awesome shark inside of here, and now we've got this guy who I think is in the top 3 creatures inside of the pond, so please drop a name for him down below. And heck, we were just talking, if we can get like 15,000 likes on this video, we will get this guy a pair. We'll get him a little buddy. We'll see if we can breed these puppies. I think that would be really,
insane.
Really cool. So let's go ahead. Let's grab this dude. We're gonna try and get him inside of the pond. It's okay.
I cannot wait to see what he looks like in there.
Look at that.
Don't let him flip out.
That is so dang cool. We're gonna put him near the rock. All right, dude. Best of luck to you.
He's going right down to the rock.
Oh, straight to the rock.
That is sick.
With the urchin.
Dude.
That is so
cool. That is the coolest thing ever, dude. He's gonna crawl in and we're never gonna see him again until we feed.
That is so dang cool,
That
bro.
is so cool. He is really wondering what he's doing. I wish I can get closer to him.
I love him.
He's sick. We need an awesome name for him. Stanley and Steve. Maybe we stick with the S's, alliteration.
Yeah.
Drop them down in the comments
Sal.
below. Sal, possible Sal alert. That thing is so
That thing is absolutely incredible, bro.
That thing is so cool, dude. He's big. He's got those antennas. That's, oh my God. I'm speechless. That is such a cool creature to have in this pond.
So there you guys have it. An awesome invertebrate stocking cleanup crew to help this pond keep it nice and tidy. Don't forget 15,000 likes on this video. We're gonna get another Spanish lobster just like the one we got today. So hopefully we can breed them. Comment down below a name for that guy. Thank you all so much for watching. We appreciate the heck out of you guys. We'll catch you on that next one. Later.